Good morning, kindergarten friends. It's Mrs. Opfer. Nice to see you. Today's Monday, March 17th, and I'm in my upstairs sitting room, and I'm all comfy cozy and ready for a great story. We're going to get started today with a reading workshop lesson. We're going to be focusing on comprehension today and using a 5-finger retell to help talk about all of the things that we noticed and maybe wondered in the story. Let's get started. Today's story is called Henry and Mudge and the Wild Wind. And I chose this story because I thought it went with our weather theme quite nicely. I also grabbed Landon's favorite puppy to join us for story time because Mudge is a dog in the story. He's one of the characters. So if you want to go ahead and pause the video and get your favorite stuffy for story time, do that now. All right, friends, as I'm reading, I want you to be thinking about the setting, where and when the story takes place. The main characters, they can be people or animals. What happened at the beginning of the story, what happened in the middle of the story, and what happened at the end. Henry and Mudge and the Wild Wind, written by Cynthia Rylant, illustrated by Susie Stevenson. Chapter 1, Some Wind. Henry and Henry's big dog Mudge were playing outside one hot summer day. Suddenly the wind blew so hard that it blew Henry's hat away. "Wow," said Henry, "some wind." Whoosh! Mudge's fur rippled. His ears flapped. His eyes got all wet. "Must be a thunderstorm coming," said Henry. Uh-oh. Henry didn't like thunderstorms. They made him jumpy. But they made Mudge even jumpier. Every time a storm came, Mudge did strange things. He whined. He walked around the kitchen table about 100 times. He sat in the bathroom alone. He put his head between the couch cushions. Readers, stop for a moment and think about how Mudge is feeling when a storm comes. Show me that you're thinking. Turn and tell your grown-up. The only jumpy thing Henry did was whistle a lot. Lightning would crash and thunder would boom and Henry would whistle. He whistled Jingle Bells. He whistled Happy Birthday. He even whistled the Star-Spangled Banner. Not very well. Henry knew what to do when the wild wind started. "Come on, Mudge," he said as he headed for the house. All at once, the wind blew open the screen door. Crash! Whistling and whining like crazy, Henry and Mudge ran inside. Pows and booms. The sky turned very dark. Henry's mother turned on the lights. Henry's father shut all the windows. Henry and Mudge sat on the couch waiting. Splat! Sploop! The rain began. Then pow went the lightning. Boom went the thunder. Mudge went to sit in the bathroom. "Mudge!" Henry called. Mudge wouldn't come back. "Chicken," Henry grumbled. He started whistling Jingle Bells, but he missed Mudge. Henry went to the bathroom door. He looked at Mudge. Mudge looked at him. Pow! Went the lightning. Poor Mudge and poor Henry. I think they're both feeling nervous and scared. "Come on, Mudge, said Henry. Let's go in the kitchen. Mudge wagged his tail a little. He followed Henry into the kitchen. Henry's mother and Henry's father were having cups of tea at the table. Boom! Mudge began to walk around the table in a circle. Henry began to whistle. Want some cocoa? Henry's mother asked. Sure, said Henry. Pow! Went the lightning. Henry whistled the Star-Spangled Banner while Mudge went around the table for the 10th time. Henry's father and Henry's mother just looked at each other. Stop and think, readers. What are Henry's father and mother thinking about right now? Pause the video and turn until you're grown up. The Enemy Couch. Now that's an interesting name for a chapter title. Pow! The lights went out. Uh-oh, said Henry's father. Henry switched to Happy Birthday and Mudge went into the living room to put his head in the couch. That kind of reminds me of when an ostrich buries its head in the sand. Let's see what happens when Mudge tries that. Henry's mother brought out some candles. Henry started the 5th round of Happy Birthday. Wait, said Henry's father. Maybe you could stop whistling, he said to Henry, and play a game. Boom, went the thunder. What kind of game? Asked Henry. Let's see, said Henry's father, trying to think fast. How about the crawling through enemy lines game, he said. I wonder if Henry's father kind of made that idea up right on the spot. Mudge is a prisoner in the enemy camp. Oh, there's Mudge. Can you see him? He's hiding in the couch. Henry's father whispered, and it's your job to rescue him. Henry looked in the living room. Mudge still had his head in the couch. Uh-huh, said Henry. Pow! Hear that enemy fire, said Henry's father. Boom! And the cannon? Oh, and that cannon. I needed to reread there. Fix my reading. Henry's father's eyes were big. Henry nodded. He was ready to cross enemy lines. He was ready to free Mudge from the enemy couch. Wow, Henry and his dad are doing a great job at using their imaginations. That's right. Good thinking, readers. Don't forget to take a flashlight, said Henry's father, and watch out for scorpions. Eek! Henry grabbed the light and dropped to the floor. He crawled inch by inch across the enemy kitchen. Pow! Boom! Readers, pause the video and tell your grown-up what's really making those loud noises. Pow! Boom! What's really making those loud noises? You're right, it's the thunder and the storm outside. He crawled inch by inch across the enemy dining room. Boom! Pow! He crawled right into the enemy camp. There was his best friend Mudge, a bravely waiting prisoner with his head in the enemy couch. Oh my goodness. Poor Mudge. I just want to give him a big snuggle. But you know what? I could give you a big snuggle, puppy. I can't wait to see how this story ends. Mudge, whispered Henry. His brave friend lifted an ear. Mudge, Henry whispered louder. His brave friend wagged a tail. Come on, Mudge. Henry crawled over and pulled his brave friend's collar. You're free now, Henry said. Mudge sniffed the air of freedom. Mudge sniffed the socks of his rescuer. Ooh, I'm not sure how those would smell. Pow! Boom! Mudge sniffed. A fast track to the bathroom. Henry frowned. He had hoped Mudge would stay. At least you missed the scorpions, said Henry's father. Henry grinned a little. And at least you know where to find Mudge if you need him, Henry's father said. Right, Henry laughed. Oh, look, they're doing a cheers with their hot cocoa and marshmallows. Above their heads. For the rest of the storm, Henry sat at the kitchen table with his parents. They played cards by candlelight. I wonder what card game they might be playing. Look and think, readers. Tell a grown-up your idea. I think they might be playing Go Fish. Maybe. Soon there were only little pows and tiny boos. Then there weren't any. The lights came back on, the sky cleared, and Mudge came out of the bathroom. Oh, wagging as if he'd been to a cracker factory. Henry and Mudge went back outside. They sniffed the fresh air. They felt the wet leaves. Oh, I'm noticing some change over time, readers. I bet you are too. Oh, this is my favorite page. And like it was a painting, a great giant rainbow rose up and spread its beautiful colors right above their heads. Oh, how gorgeous. The end. Oh, I love the Henry and Mudge series. What did you think, Puppy? What did you think, Puppy? Oh, you loved it too. So friends, today we're going to talk about how we can use the 5-finger strategy to retell this story, Henry and Mudge and the Wild Wind, to our grown-up. So I'm going to show you now a quick anchor chart that will help you to remember how we use the 5-finger strategy. Take a look, readers. You'll notice that we're going to focus on the setting, the characters, the beginning, the middle, and the end. Think about the setting first with your thumb up. Where and when did the story take place? Pause the video and tell your grown-up. All right, readers, put up your next finger. Think about the main characters. Maybe they're animals, maybe they're people, maybe both. Pause the video and turn and tell a grown-up who the main characters in our story were. All right, 3 fingers up, readers. Think about what happened at the beginning of the story. I'm going to show you some pictures to give you a quick reminder. Pause the video and tell a grown-up what happened at the beginning. You're doing great, remarkable readers. Now we have 4 fingers up, and we're going to think about what happened in the middle of the story. Here are some pictures to help you. Oh, Mudge. Pause the video and turn and tell your grown-up what happened in the middle. Remember to use lots of adjectives to describe how Henry and Mudge are feeling. All right, friends, now we have 5 fingers up, and we're going to think about what happened at the end of our story, Henry and Mudge and the Wild Wind. Turn and tell a grown-up what happened at the end. Great job, remarkable readers. You listened to our story, Henry and Mudge and the Wild Wind, and you used the 5-finger retell strategy to describe the setting, the characters, the beginning, the middle, and the end. I also want you to tell your grown-up which part of this story did you like best? Why did you like it? I also want you to think and share to tell about a change that you noticed over time. Maybe part of the setting changed over time. Maybe the characters changed over time. So pause the video and have a quick chat about that with your grown-up. All right, readers, the last comprehension job I want you to think about today is how to make a connection. So I want you to make a text-to-text connection. How does this story remind you of another story you've read? Make a text-to-self connection. Tell me how this story has something similar or in common with you and your life. Or make a text-to-world connection. Tell how this story reminds you of something in the world. Readers, I'm so proud of you. You were great listeners and you shared some great ideas today. Now it's time to read to self. And while you're reading to self during reading workshop, I want you to use this 5-finger retell strategy to retell one of the stories you read to a grown-up. I'll see you soon, readers, and remember, each and every day, we can use the 5-finger retell to think more deeply about what we read. See you soon!